The Yes is a program for youth that instills confidence in youth of all different backgrounds and encourages them to build community and to communicate and cooperate in a way that really empowers them to create positive change within their life as well as of others.
I don't know, there's something about camp that you can't, like, no matter how hard you try, like, I've never been able to explain it, but it's just like, it's magic, and it's beautiful. Like, it's the only word I can think of to describe what makes me feel that way.
It's also made me realize that I can be anything I want to be, and that I don't have to hide like I used to.
Oh my God, we are.
I was really excited for it. I'd heard like so many great things that I've never been excited for something this much in my life, that I was just bouncing around, and I just loved my first camp. And I met, like, I knew one person from my town out of 70, so I met so many great new people and like connected so well with everyone.
I definitely brought back a new perspective of what I thought respect was, and it just made me look at everybody in a different way and just respect everyone for who they are and not to judge people as much as I did before.
It shouldn't matter what situation you're in, you should be able to be who you are, and like I really took that from camp and expressed it like throughout all my life, well, like in situations and everything. Like, that's the one thing that was really important to me.
At first I was like, I felt like everyone had gone with friends and I was just by myself, and I was really having a hard time opening up. But then something happened and people were just really open, and I began to love it. And sometimes I try to think like what my life would be right now without this program, and like how I would be dealing with situations that I know would be a lot harder. So I would definitely recommend people to come here, take a chance.
When I came here the first time, I learned, like, I thought that this is who I was and I'm not going to change, and I didn't want to go to camp. Then when I came back from camp, I was a completely different person, and I was a better person, and I was really happy that I went and I experienced and I learned.
It was something that could create change, like that I actually saw evidence of amazing positive change in this world, as opposed to, you know, a lot of promises and a lot of people saying, well, you could be anything you want to be, and then kind of left it at that. Whereas camp said, you can be anything you want to be, here's how, here's a community, here's support, like, you can do it, so like, let's go do it. Coming to camp, I realized that I didn't need to fit in anywhere. I was my own person, and I could be whoever I wanted to be. I could do whatever I wanted to do and just be confident in that was enough. And I didn't have to, you know, subscribe to anything or conform to anything. It was just that I would be who I was, and that was enough, and people would love that and support that just because I was being genuine, I was being myself.
The Yes is a place where teenagers are able to explore who they are and see the full realm of possibility for who they might want to become. What we do here is create an environment filled with compassion and support and love. An environment where everyone is encouraged to explore who they are, to try on different things, and to do it in a supportive environment. An environment where they won't be laughed at, or where they won't feel judged, where they can experience a oneness with themselves and start figuring out through those teenage years who it is that they want to be. What are those qualities that they see when they're exploring themselves that they like? What are those qualities that they don't like?
We let young people know that they're okay. We don't just do fun games, we do all these things, and we do campfire and all the normal camp things, the pieces, but the thing for me is as a teenager, and I think when I work with teenagers, like one of the big things is there's a lot of like second guessing, and the reason like people want to fit in with their peers is because they want to know they're okay. All the time it's like, am I okay? Am I normal? Is it only me who's thinking these things? And I think that what we do is we like grab them by the shoulders and we're like, you are okay, like you're okay. And as soon as somebody can like let that go to rest, you can just thrive in the world in a totally different way because you're okay. And then, okay, so now that I know that's all right, what are these things I can accomplish? Who am I? Like, what friends can I build? What relationships?
It's amazing to be able to be a part of a team that are such incredible role models for young people, you know, to be around other like-minded individuals who have passion for the program, have a passion for creating positive change, for instilling confidence in youth and letting them know that like they're special people.
Fighting evil by moonlight, winning love by daylight, never running from a real fight. She is the one named Sailor Moon.
It's beautiful, and knowing that I have a place in there, I mean, it's kind of an extension of why I came back to camp as a participant. And it's fun. It's the most fun I've ever had.
Take you there in the midnight hour. I can feel your power, just like a friend. You know I'll take you there.
The staff team of this program are some of the most amazing people that you can come across. They are all volunteers and spend tons of their time and energy coming and putting in like huge amounts of work to change the lives of teenagers. And the reason that they do that is because about 90% of our staff are alumni of the program, and their lives have been changed sort of the most by this program.
Very, very dynamic group of people, the staff team. A lot of energy, a lot of eccentricity. I think it's very like sort of like a superhero team, like very diverse skills, like the Power Rangers. Like one's like better at like science and one's better at like knife fighting. Our staff team isn't good at those things, but it's diverse. It's a diverse team, and what I like about it is it's diverse, but it doesn't feel like a forced diversity. It's just that it happens to be all these people who have different skills that they bring to the table, and they work together, and it's really dynamic.
It showed me a whole new possibility. It opened a new world of compassionate, loving, supportive people, an environment filled with non-judgment and where exploration, self-exploration of who you are was really valued.
And the way that the staff team works together is incredible. Like, it's just this amazing team that basically works by consensus and makes decisions, you know, without a lot of conflict, and but just with tons of love for each other and tons of laughter, and just always with their hearts in exactly the right place. And it is because of that staff team that changes year after year with different alumni coming and going. It's because of that staff team that we're able to make the kind of change that we make in the world. Our whole staff team is completely different from each other, but all aligned in the idea of building community and building healthy relationships and communicating responsibly and living from your heart.
The Yes is the only place in my life where I know that the work I put in results in good in the world. There's a lot of things we do on faith, trusting that the outcomes will be good, like recycling, or like for some people going to church, or for some people like volunteering, and you trust that that is something that makes good in the world. But with the Yes, like I know through being involved in a decade and seeing young people come through and grow and be confident that I know that the work I do here creates good in the world. And so for me, the Yes is the most important thing that I do.
I'm Kelly and I love camp because it's the one place where I feel like I never have to worry about being sick at home.
I'm Kirsten and I love camp because of the loving and supportive community that is built every single camp. Just go, like, take that leap into something amazing. Like, that's just what you have to do. And like, there's no words. It's just, you just have to go.
The Yes is a place where young people